Today, we're talking about the shoulders and what sort of mess they can create for you when it's time to release the golf club. Your shoulders can dictate where your hands and arms are going to be moving to through the hitting area. Your shoulders can dictate the way the club is going to be either working down or up through the point of contact. And a lot of you have a very hard time of being able to hit down on the golf ball. Today, I'm going to show you a simple little drill that you can start doing in the comforts of your own home that's going to start getting you to feel the shoulders in the correct position so that you don't have to fight with your upper body anymore when you start to release the club. You ready? You should be ready. Let's go. Hey, you know what? We're getting better at the game of golf. You should be ready. Let's get to work. If you're brand new on the channel, do me a big favor. Head down below, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and do me a big favor if you like today's video and you get some good success with it. Hit the like button. It's great for my psyche. It makes me feel really good. Also, if you have any questions or comments on the drill today, then please feel free to post that stuff below. I love being able to help people out play this game, and I will always answer any good questions that you have when it comes to playing the game of golf and helping you with your golf swings. What I want you to remember is that at address, you're gonna have what we call our primary tilt to our spine. If you were to draw a line straight down from my sternum, down my belt buckle, you're gonna see that this line is just inside the lead knee. This is what we call your primary tilt. At impact, because the hips are gonna be shifted further to the lead side and the head should be staying back in behind the golf ball, is that tilt is going to increase now to where that line is just outside the lead knee. This is what we call your secondary tilt. Right there is one of those movements that a lot of players actually try to make happen too early on in the downswing. You start creating more tilt before the point of contact takes place. And what you want to remember is that if you have a lot of tilt to your spine, that's going to make the angle of attack really shallow, swing plane really shallow, and it's going to force your hands to be more on this sort of ascending blow rather than a descending blow. Now, the other fault that the shoulders can create is the path. If you think about where the shoulders are pointed, right, because your arms are connected to your shoulders, if your shoulders are turned open with your core, your torso here, then there's a pretty good chance at the point of contact, your hands and arms are going to be wiping across your body. Now, what I want you to remember here is that at the top of your golf swing, okay, when you get into a good loaded position here, okay, we should have about 45 degrees of hip turn and about 90 degrees of shoulder turn, right? Now, if I took my hips 45 degrees closed and I brought them over to about 45 degrees open, that's 90 degrees of rotation, right? 45 closed to 45 open. With the shoulders being at 90 degrees turned, if I allowed my shoulders to get pulled around by what my hips are doing, then that means the shoulders should be at a square position. That's right. So what we're going to be working on here today is we're going to be working on a drill with the impact bag that's going to get your shoulders in a good square position. That's also going to keep your tilt really, really minimized so that you can hit down on the golf ball. You want to be able to compress the golf ball, and compressing the golf ball means you got to be able to create an angle of attack that can allow you to do so. Okay, so let me show you how to do this drill. You're going to need an impact bag. If you don't have one, I'll put one in the link in the description below for you to go get. Or you can just pile up your towels or your couch cushions or whatever. Impact bags are great because they stop you at the point of contact. Now, this drill that we're going to start out doing today is actually exaggerated a substantial amount. We're going to actually put the impact bag out in front of where impact would be taking place. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to keep our lead shoulder as low as we possibly can when the club snaps into the bag. But we're also going to be making sure that our shoulders don't turn open at all. We want our shoulders, when we hit this bag, to be as square to the line that you have down on the ground. So you're going to need an alignment stick or a golf club that's going to be parallel to your foot line here. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take a ball and we're going to have it set up off of the logo on our chest. You'll have the impact bag just up in line with my lead foot here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some swings and we're going to hit this bag and we're going to make sure that our shoulders, when we come down, are perfectly square to that line and our lead shoulder is as low as we possibly can get it. So we're going to make some half swings doing this. Okay, now I want you to stop, check to make sure the shoulders are square. Okay, the core should be turned open, just so you know. The shoulders are moving independently from what your rib cage is doing here, okay? But your shoulders, you should be able to take a line across your shoulder line and feel that it is perfectly square to that ground. You want to know that your lead shoulder was as low as you possibly can when you hit that bag. If it's low, you don't see it hiking up, continue on the process. So, little small swings. Okay, keep that lead shoulder down. Bag off of the lead foot. I'm gonna keep my lead shoulder down as long as I possibly can, or as low as I possibly can, not letting my shoulders turn open. Okay, really snap it into the bag. 1 to 2 reps just to create the visual and the feel. Okay, bag out of there. Pretty darn good there, folks. All right, so one final set here. Focusing on lead shoulder staying down as low as we can as we hit the bag. So it's after impact, right? And not letting our shoulders turn past that line that's on the ground. Okay? Remember, you're gonna have some tilt. Just keep it as minimal as possible. And you're gonna be welcoming yourself to the compression club when this is all said and done. Everybody should be part of the compression club. Okay? Sharpen the brain, move it out of there. Let's hit a good one here. It's pretty good there. All right, so there you have it. A drill to help those of you that have too much tilt or your shoulders turned in a really bad spot. This will help you keep your hands in a better spot down through the hitting area so that you don't have your hands riding up too high too quickly. The hands will move vertically, just so you understand this. They have to. So it helps create the slingshot effect out of the club head. But most of you make a movement with your shoulders way too early and it gets you into trouble. You want good, safe positions that produce good, solid results. Let's get out there, let's start playing some good golf.